but unfortunately, there's quite a few dangers here. So, caution might be our best ally.
Wonderfully said. Now,
Oh, hold on. I think we lost the DM.
hey, look at me. I am the dungeon master now.
What will you tell us today, Mr. DM?
So you all wake up on this cart, right? It's cold outside. It's a little snowy.
You.
So,
Then you
you're
die.
finally awake.
What the hell happened to you? You got blood all over you there, buddy.
I got some skins, and I just wave it in the wind.
Jesus Christ.
Now, if you tell Corin about this, I will murder you.
Murder me?
What part of that do you think would be worthy of murder? The fact that he has skins or the fact that she has blood on her?
I think the skins.
I've got to hear this. What's your suggestion?
I am going to drop my satchel and retrieve the bowl of commanding water elementals.
Do you want me to fetch your white gloves, Noble?
I'm quite fine, thank you.
We had like a crew of like 20 people though. Where did everybody go?
I assume most of them were sacrificed.
Or
Jesus.
maybe there's another raft that they could have maybe escaped with.
Oh no, they were absolutely dead.
Guys, stop freaking them out.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I'm just being rational.
They're more than dead.
Okay. You are not very subtle.
You focus up ahead through the rain and stuff. Like one of the creeks, like you're supposed to cross over. This time it's being guarded. You guys are about 300 feet away from this.
Okay. I take a quick
yes, yes.
set of steps upwards and just T-pose in front of everybody.
When they start shooting at Matilda, they shoot the bird for 3 hit points.
Like, jerk back the body, like, just holding onto my side. Just,
Oh,
Are you okay?
I just saw that.
they killed my fucking duck.
Yes. Yes, they did. It was quite painless, I assure you. That's 2 arrows to the neck. Quite accurate.
I'm fine, Matilda's not.
Snot Wagon notices you.
Oh, well, if it isn't my old drinking buddy.
Oh, hi.
But he grabs Victoria. As you're crossing the bridge, there is one thing.
Be wise not to touch someone uninvited.
I'll touch whoever I damn please.
Is everything
If
all
she's
right,
being-
Victoria?
I am the baddest witch you are ever going to meet. And I hold out my hand, and I just have a bunch of sparks, like, shoot out of my hand into his face.
It covers his eyes.
Don't fucking touch me.
I will not be paying that above market price. Good day. I leave.
As you all leave,
Something
I
other
come in. You said there would be
stomp out
trolls!
There are no trolls out there?
No trolls! Gillmen!
Oh.
While I'm walking out the door, I just
Yeah,
kind of
man.
grab Gazan by the horn and drag
Yes,
her
come
out.
on.
Go!
I felt bad that your duck died. So I got you a replacement.
Are you telling me I just spent
Dog.
70 gold on a dog as a replacement for something that will be coming back?
Did you buy me
Okay.
a dog?
I did. And it's got armor and it can carry a cart, so...
She didn't buy you a dog. I
I'm not listening to you. I am kneeling down in front of the puppy, just, oh, sugar boy.
Oh my god, that's so cute. You're so nice, Karma.
Victoria, I named him after my favorite bard. His name's Mordwin.
I put an arm around Aaron and
Hard
just say,
and gold
you really
ring
have a
installed."
great heart.
am going to
do.
kill that mangy mutt.
Do you not have attention from the females of your clan?
Perhaps ask some later time. Maybe then I'll feel more comfortable.
I just put a finger onto his mouth and lean off.
Why are women so confusing?
Gonna get on the boat?
Yeah, we gotta find the boat first.
You gotta go find Captain Pete. Back to Highpass and collect your bounty.
You know, I've been thinking, what are we gonna do with, like, Drew and Nicholas? Why are they just following us? We got to the city. Why are they still following us around?
They probably actually left once you guys got into the city. I think we kind of forgot about them. They took off with Pete and they just took off. But they know about you and the tale of your guys' party grows. Did we miss anything?
Bought a dog for Victoria because I felt bad for her.
You have a dog and it's like a mastiff. It's like a pretty large
It's
dog.
a puppy.
Or is it a puppy? You guys want it to be a puppy or do you want it to
No,
be
I think it's a
giant
big
mastiff?
dog, right?
It's a big dog.
Yeah.
It's a rather...
What's the puppy's name?
Mordwin, after Karma's favorite bard.
Is it like a nickname to it, like Morgwin the something?
Morgwin the Destroyer.
Do you approve of this name?
Vanna's not going to care. Vanna's always going to call it puppy.
Arundel, did we miss anything from last session?
Uh-huh.
And he also picked up some like squishy pearls almost. Kind of like one of the lords would do is they just take things.
I mean, there were no objections. So,
Because you didn't tell us.
I mean, there can't be objections if y'all don't know about it. So
We're right outside the shop, guys, in the city of Windstrand. It's around noon. You know, it's 11 a.m. in the morning. What do you guys do?
Now, wizard,
Oh, sorry, were you talking to me? I usually respond to my name.
you're a stingy one, aren't you?
Define stingy and I'll give you an answer.
Are we moving on? Should we go find Pete?
I rather believe we have to. Otherwise, we're stuck here, and I do not wish to be in this filthy town any longer.
So, you said you were buying a dog. What happened to that?
Yes, the mutt.
We have a puppy now.
That's true. We do.
It kind of cuddles up next to Venna. I believe the puppy has a sled as well.
Curious.
I feel like we should buy another one.
I have no clue why you would need such a thing.
And
there's-
I will not be contributing to that purchase again.
A sled or a puppy?
I think another dog. Who will take care of this?
Victoria's the responsible one.
I suppose she could use the company.
Sooner we get rid of them, the sooner we can stave off any diseases they may be harboring.
She's carrying them around in a sack, and there's like flies beginning to like congregate near the sack. One fly gets near you, Arundel.
I just walk away.
You guys approach the golden chain. And you guys go in. Let me load it up.
All right.
And you guys look through the window. Pete's in there, already getting wasted at noon.
Of course.
Hey, guys. You back?
I give a solemn wave and like come over. How many drinks have you drowned by now?
Yeah? What's your point? You want a drink?
He like starts to slide you over a drink.
Gladly, are you giving?
Well, yeah. Take a sip. He's like, might be a little bit of backwash in there, but that ain't gonna hurt you.
I just take his bottle and like just down it in one go.
Oh,
He tries to like look up at Karma through her hood, and it's like,
I can't even see your eyes, miss.
I suppose I can try. We should probably be going soon.
That hit the
a
spot.
reasonable one. It certainly is going to hit something within the next few hours.
Like
It's always
what?
said to be.
You're cold.
I'm not cold. In
That's
fact, these
not-
furs are quite warm, I will tell you.
Oh boy.
They always say before you go there, my lady,
he looks over at Venna.
you got to take a shot for good luck.
A shot of what?
Well, how about some whiskey?
Oh God. Don't tell me you believe in this superstition.
It is 11 o'clock in the morning. So, yes.
You don't see me
losing
complaining.
Oh God.
As Gazan chugs it down a mug, and he's like, "Barkeep," he tells the woman, and he's like, and the kid comes out, hands us you guys all a shot of some whiskey, just like a little shot, and he's like, "Down." He takes it, and he chugs it down a little bit.
No, we got to go this way, fellas, and we got to go see the Opal. That's the name of my ship. It's better than that rowboat dinghy we were in, but, you know, I put every penny I could into it, and, well, I ferry people like you across the Highpass and back to here, if that's where you really want to go.
How long is the journey?
A couple days.
A couple days.
I heard it was one day.
Oh, I see. That must have been why.
Really?
It didn't feel like it took so long coming from Highpass.
You never sailed it before, have you there, guys?
Only when
Why
I'm
would I
needed.
need to say it?
However, this guy here, and I like nudged like Arundel, he has had his virginity taken by the sea.
I beg your pardon.
I give him just a scornful look. You really need to
shall.
lighten up.
I shall remember this light.
He,
Are you gonna drink that?
I don't even gratify that with the response. I just use two fingers and slide it across the table.
Well, at least you're graceful.
Of course I am.
Pete like stands up, his like big belly kind of rolls around a little bit. You hear like the jingling of some like loose metal that's on him. His belt buckle like hits the table, kind of makes a noise as he like stands up. He's pretty big, you know. He's got a pipe that he always likes to carry around. He starts lighting it up, and Pete starts to leave. And you guys head east towards the Opal, and we go to like some crude docks essentially of Windstrand. Unfortunately, like the docks and most of the buildings and things that are in possession by the forces of the darkness are not very well maintained, and the docks have begun to gone under wear and tear, more than usual. Some of the planks are loose, and out in the bay are abandoned ships essentially that are just anchored, but nobody's on them really. Some of them are reefed, and as you come up to the Opal, it is a modest ship, a keelboat, and it's enough to crew a small group of people like yourselves, maybe a crew of a half a dozen. It has one sail, but hey, at least it has a rudder.
Why don't you grab that plank there?
He looks over at Gazan.
The what?
The plank.
Why? I'm drinking.
put it
I
up.
don't need to do this.
We'll finish a damn drink. Oh, you're the strongest one here. You expect that one to
Points over to Arendelle
to do any knot tying?
That is true. But give me just a second.
No.
Where these guys are fighting about the boat, I whisper over at Karma and I go, Karma, you want to take another shot?
Sure. I'll need it. Dilly dilly.
No, Wizard. Arendelle. Yeah, I apologize. I am not very good with names. I would like to ask you, how much do you know of Windstrand? How much do you know of the city? This seems to be very old, doesn't it? And I stomp on the floor. Could use some touching up, don't you think?
Touching up is putting it very, very, very mildly. It needs to be burned down and restarted.
Burnt down? Do you know how long that would take?
A few decades.
A few lifetimes, maybe.
Ah, yes, I forget. The lives of mayflies are quite short.
How old do you think I am?
If I had to guess, judging by the tone of your scales and the glint in your eye, somewhere in your early 30s.
Early
Late
30s?
for-
You'd be
early
generous.
Late 30s, early 40s, somewhere in that area.
Oh, okay. Here I thought you were being kind, and now you do me like this? How dare you?
Do you want me to call you a 50-year-old woman? Is that what you wish?
Now that would be lying. Could you not?
Are you going to tell me how old you are, or is this farce going to continue for much longer?
Fair. 38.
I believe I was still in my primary school at that age.
Someone help me lift this damn plank up.
In a second, you. I just drink up, and I just throw it in the water, and just walk over.
Hey, now you're talking.
Pete says. Do you help him lift the plank up?
Yep.
You take the plank and he toss it up over your shoulder. He leans it up against the ship. And you guys are able to board the ship. And he says,
All right, shove off.
you guys push off and you guys go out and we start traveling east through the sea. We shove off and we're traveling east. What do you guys do?
Is there a underdeck that I can go and be alone?
Yeah, for sure.
Karma's
There is
gonna
Yep.
saunter down below deck.
I observe
As-
Arendelle because I know he's seasick, so I'm just keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, I'm
Arendelle, how you
staying at the queasy, to say the least, but a little bit more sturdy against it due to his many, many encounters over the past 24 hours with water. I've still leaned up against the railing, but I'm keeping myself distracted by just going over my notes in my spell book.
You're doing a lot better.
It'd be much appreciated if you could not remind me of what we are doing.
Okay, are you any good at dragon chess?
Specific question. I had no idea you played.
I pick up a board. I have one, but she looks timid. I haven't had the chance to play for a while.
You just have a board of dragon chess.
I do. I sometimes play it in the tavern when You know it.
And I thought you weren't allowed to have any positions.
I keep it secret.
Clearly. All right, I'll play you around. Maybe it'll stave off my boredom.
While they're playing chess, I go up to Pete and I ask him, I'm like,
Oh,
hey, Pete,
hey, milady.
you think I could steer the ship? I've never steered a ship before. It'd be quite the adventure for me.
Yeah, sounds like you need a little more experience. So come on over.
Yeah, maybe you
He's
can
like,
show
you
me how to
just-
steer it.
He's like, put your hand here. You put your hand here. He's like kind of behind you, so it's a little intimate in a way. He's
It's
like,
a little ghost.
yeah, you feel like, it's a little intimate, but you feel his like belly up against your back a little bit, so it's kind of weird.
Oh dear.
And then,
I
he's
hope
like,
that's
put
your
your
belly.
hand here. And he's like, he takes your hand over here, and he's like, there. And he's like, I'm going to go below deck. And he takes off, and you feel just like the waves, and it kind of pull up as he's kind of sets you guys off on the right course, as Ben is a
Oh,
little
no.
freaking out.
Is that a beer belly, or are you just happy to
I
see
know.
me?
It's like, I hope that's your belly back there.
Vanna, why don't you make the D20 roll to see how the weather fares?
Okay. Just a regular D20?
Yeah.
Even
It's like a
better
weather
than the
roll.
control weather spell.
Still takes 4 hours, but we're going to get there?
Yeah, if you roll low, it's bad. If you roll high, it's okay.
Oh, it's bad.
A natural
Oh.
one. But let's go back to Gazan and Arendelle real quick, as they are going to do an opposing skill challenge. It's a best of 3 to determine who wins the Dragon Chess game. They both, if you're proficient in the Dragon Chess, you roll with your proficiency bonus. If not, you do not roll.
It's an intelligence check, right?
Yeah, it's intelligence based, so it's to be an intelligence check.
Oh yeah,
You fool!
intelligence. Okay.
Yeah,
Here we
this is
go.
about how pieces move and the rules of the game and things
Okay.
like that.
I am going to roll just an ordinary, but add that +2.
Natural
right.
20.
Ah, fuck. 4?
So you know how in those expert chess games, whenever the master's teaching the student, the first one is always they beat them in 2 moves because they make the wrong starting position. So he puts out his first pawn, and I pull out my bishop, and as soon as he moves the next one, I immediately checkmate him.
What does the bishop look like on the Dragonborn set, though?
Let's say
You know, all these
that
things
the-
have like styles and stuff. You go to like the mall or something, they always like,
Right.
have different styles. What does it look like?
I reckon the bishop would be a wyvern head. And that is gay.
Are you kidding me? We only just
No.
started.
Yes, and you made a fatal mistake.
But I was just. But how did you? Okay, we're going again.
All right.
So now you're
I like proving my superiority.
Yeah, you won't be proving it for long when I beat you.
And then after that massively powerful Zenkai boost in chess, checkmate.
You're smart. I'll give you that.
Yes.
How did it take you like? You saw that from like 3 rounds ago, didn't you?
4.
4? Okay, I don't like playing with you, and I'm just picking up the pieces again.
No one ever does.
Venice sees some storm clouds, the winds, and the gales start picking up a little bit. The mist of the sea starts to turn into rain. I'm going to go to Karma real quick. Karma finds a secluded part within the cabins below, like a small part within the galleons. What do you do, Karma?
So she takes out a piece of chalk and she starts drawing the symbol of Adon.
Yeah.
I'll take out 3 candles and ignite them with produce flame. And I'm going to set the skull in the middle.
You take each candle, and you take your finger across the wick of it. You rub the wick, and it sparks, and it ignites the candle, illuminating some of the dark and dim deck below.
And I'm going to attempt to reach out to my celestial guide.
Like, what do you say?
I'm asking for strong winds to get us to Highpass quicker.
Make a religion roll.
That's smart.
That always goes well.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking the same thing.
18.
The storm that was about to gather, Venna, dissipates a little bit, but it's still a little rough. Pete is fallen drunk, unconscious below deck as Venna takes over the ship. Venna, the storm starts to pick up a little bit more. The wind picks up a little bit. Venna needs to make, so they have in 5th edition, they have these things called vehicle proficiencies.
Oh, gosh.
And you actually have to be proficient within the vehicle of a water vehicle. Venna is not proficient, so she just makes a straight D20 roll.
I just wanted
using wisdom or intelligence, something like that, or survival roll, something like that.
So just roll 20 or do intelligence?
Well, what you do is you see the clouds begin to gather. The storm picks up a little bit. Karma prays below for winds, but unfortunately, Karma, the winds are disturbed. The wind that you ask for is not... It's helpful, but it's violent. Right?
Okay.
The violent storm that's pushing the ship forward now. And what do you do, Venna?
Oh my gosh. So we are being blown?
Yeah, you hear the
Okay.
you hear the weather a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming that holding this is probably difficult for me. I'm not that strong. I yelled to Gazan to help for strength to help me hold the wheel. Gazan, get up. I don't know what deck this is. Just get up here where the wheel is.
Okay, I'm trying to like get up. How bad is like the boat swaying?
You kind of stumble a little bit as you kind of like grab some of the railings to pull yourself up across the main deck.
You good up there?
No, I need help. I can't control the wheel.
Okay, come in. I'm walking up the stairs and like trying to like counterbalance it from the other side. Okay, I got it. Do you know what you're doing here?
I asked Pete to show me the wheel and he passed out. Now it's just us controlling the boat.
He's sleeping through this?
Yes.
My goodness, that man. That's actually impressive.
I have the mast in a death grip right now.
I don't have anything to wake the man up. Does anybody have anything to wake the man up?
I could punch him.
I don't think that'll wake him up.
Lies.
Don't! Gazan, don't!
I do it.
Kazan goes back below deck as you try to say don't, and Pete's there snoring. He's like, he's just like kind of passed out. You see him drooling on his thing as the boat like rocks a little bit. He like trying to like.
Oh, is he like sitting up?
He's like laying down
Okay.
on his stomach.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna give him a kick on the shoulder.
Aaron, don't stop him.
What do you want me to do?
Do you see we have a problem here? Get up! Get up! And I like try and like heave him up by his shoulders.
What's wrong?
If you barf on me, you're being thrown off board. I don't care. Don't you dare! Oh, and I just back off.
What the hell's going on?
She needs your
The
help!
rain ain't gonna hurt nobody.
I point out the door.
Fine. Pete'll get up.
Pete starts to like somber up. He just like starts to slip a little bit. He like kind of grabs onto you, Gazan, for like a little aid. He's like, help us sail out. And he starts to like stumble up the stairs.
Okay.
Back to see Karma, like he looks, as you guys are walking up, he passes by Karma.
Put out that damn fire. You're gonna burn the whole damn boat down.
You're muted, buddy.
Mind your business.
Oh, we're being
This whole
sassy.
fucking. If Opal starts to burn down, it's gonna be your ass too. We'll be in the bottom of the sea.
Pete starts to stumble up, and he sees Venna doing it, and he like looks at Venna. Venna's like struggling to keep the rudder going, and Pete just looks at you and says, "You're doing great." And Pete goes back downstairs.
No, Gazan, get him.
I'm gonna beat something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna beat I'm just gonna punch like the sail.
Go over,
The
you
pole.
punch the sail.
Yeah, the pull of the sail.
I'm standing right here!
Venna makes a roll. Like, what type of roll do you want to make, Venna, to kind of make sure the ship, we don't lose a day's worth of travel?
Oh my goodness gracious. Any
Get blown off the path, really.
suggestions from my crewmates here?
I could, I mean, this is up to DM's discretion, but maybe I could use control water to steady the waves around the bow of the ship so we can get through it, like kind of like a snow shovel on the front of a train. Something like that.
Yeah. That's a cantrip?
Yeah. So that's why I was saying.
Overcast it?
Can I just expend the spell slot instead of that?
Control water is a 4th level spell.
Oof.
No, not. No, oh, sorry, not control water, shape water. My bad. That's the cantrip, shape water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you want to overcast it?
If you'll let me expend a leveled spell slot, then yeah.
The DC goes down. We'll say the DC is 5.
Sweet.
And then Venna can roll with advantage.
All right, let me get rid of the spell slot. Boom. All right.
So you make a D6 roll to determine the overcast as you begin to try to press the magic outwards to you feel the primal sphere of magic and the water begin to bend and break against the front of it. As Venna, you try to stable the ship a little bit. So you roll a D6 roll now to determine which random saving throw is rolled.
Oh boy, I sure hope it isn't strength or constitution. Oh boy, it's strength.
So this is the overcasting rules. This is a house rule that we talked about a little bit, right? So now you roll the strength saving throw. The DC is 5.
Well, I have to roll a 6 or higher to pass. Okay, I think I passed. Yeah, I passed. All right, good.
Because you use a spell slot and you use it in an advantageous way. Now, you see Arundel in the front of the bow of the ship. He's leaning over Venna. You see him start to swirl and move the magic, and the waves begin to break to the left and right as you steer the ship directly. And you see Pete, you just fucking swear at Pete, as he goes below deck. Venna now makes a roll with advantage.
I'd just like to mention, flavor-wise, I'd imagine that the overcast makes it to where this is kind of like a hydrofoil now. The boat's just kind of slightly out of the water.
So the DC was 10. For the next hour or so, you push through some of the rough waters, Venna, and it starts to calm down. What do you guys do?
Oof, finally, calm.
It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now.
I finally release the spell, and we just kind of splash back into the water, and I just fall on my ass, tired.
Oh, I come over and try and catch you.
That took a bit out of me.
Lay a hand on your forehead and try to say, "Are you good? Are you okay?"
Yes, I just exerted myself. Calm down.
You need some food.
That would help, yes.
Well, just sit right up and I'll get you some.
Cool.
At this point, Karma's collects her things and she comes back up to the top deck, curious as to why everyone's looks kind of wiped out.
Where have you been?
I've been busy.
Busy.
Clearly,
Busy sleeping.
it was not sleeping.
You don't think?
No, you didn't sense it. She was doing some form of magic down. What it was, I'm not entirely sure, but I'd rather not ask because the affairs of clerics and their deities are something I'd rather not bother with. Too complicated.
Yet you have nothing against paladins.
Paladins?
Yours truly.
No. Truly.
Truly. Are you insinuating
yes, of
something?
course. I don't incinerate things, but if you mean insinuate, yes, I am insinuating that I was unaware of your divineness, if that is an adjective for this situation. I was aware of your devotion to Tiamat, but outright loyalty? A bit disturbing.
Well,
Who am I to judge?
I suppose I haven't made a prayer in a while.
At least
I'll get
once.
you that food. And I head downstairs.
Karma,
Mm-hmm.
what were you doing? You missed it. I basically drove a ship.
You're currently doing that.
Yeah, I'm still, but you missed
Yeah.
the high points.
I didn't
The
know
very
you
low
could,
points.
I didn't know you could captain a vessel. It's
I really had no choice. Pete kind of just left me here to hold the wheel.
Oh, would you like me to go get him?
No, would you want to try?
You want me?
I just feel like my arm's hurt.
Sure. I suppose I can. Karma
Okay.
will like step up and grab the wheel.
Arundel's just watching one unexperienced sailor switch off with another completely unexperienced sailor, and his heart sinks.
I'm gonna go check on Pete.
Karma's just like open handing it. She doesn't really know what to do.
Do you try like this?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like old womaning it right now.
Wax on, wax off.
She's a mime.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm going to die here.
You go check on Pete, and Pete is sleeping.
I'm standing with my back to you, as you do.
I think he's asleep.
I have no clue how. I could never sleep that heavy.
Should I try to shake him?
You may punch him for all I care.
I won't punch him, but I grab him by the collar and I do it.
Yeah. I was having the greatest dream, and you fucking ruined it.
Sorry.
Did it
your
involve
ship is
any
still-
ladies?
Lateries?
Ladies.
Yeah.
I'd assumed as much. I know you're kind.
Yeah. You know me all too well, sailor.
I'm not a sailor.
Oh, that's right. Venno, what can I do for you? Everything okay?
No, your ship is still moving and you're sleeping, and we need you to get up on top and man your post. I don't know those sailor words. Just get up there and grab your wheel.
I walk out the door as she's saying this.
The big footsteps leave as Gazan leaves the floor planks, kind of creak as she leaves. He responds to Venna. He says,
I'm trying to get my shut on now so I can pilot it at night.
I sigh and I walk away. I don't know what to do.
he kind of collapses back, and then you see his shirt is a little too small. You see his underbelly. You almost see his belly button. The hair rolls off his belly.
Tempted
And he
to
starts
tickle
to
him.
lean back, and he just crashes back. He puts his hat over his face, and he starts to go back to sleep.
As they resurface, Arendelle's just going to call out to them. Please tell me you've gotten that fool of a man to take his post back.
I have not. He won't wake up. He says he wants to sleep for the night so he can man the wheel at the night. This is what he says.
Oh, God. He doesn't have any crew members, of course.
He has no
doesn't.
crew members. He says, I am now his first mate, and now we are doomed.
Doomed.
I always knew
No,
what I
I'm just
would do to
kidding. We
get
have
to-
Karma. Karma's doing a great job.
As you look at Karma, she's now turning with the wheel. She's leaning into it.
I did notice that.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Here you are. Here's your food. You knew if you had a little bit to drink, it would help a lot on the journey.
What?
18 is
What
what I
is
rolled.
this?
It is vegetables. I think apples.
Apples aren't supposed to be brown.
Just eat it. It's fine. It's good for you.
We eat whatever we find in the woods.
Yeah, as soon as I grab it and she isn't looking at me,
Yeah.
it's overboard already.
Yeah, I already walk upstairs to try and take over for Karma.
Karma, your prayer has been heard, right? The ship has moved a lot farther than you thought it would be through the skillful maneuvering of Venna. You've probably the shoreline of wherever you've seen before of Windstrand is totally gone in the course of an hour. You're just out in the middle of the sea at this time, and the night begins to fall around the boat.
Hello, Gazan. Do you wish to take over?
Indeed, you seem to be having a little bit of trouble there.
Here, go ahead and grab it.
Yep, here we
I'll
go.
Step away. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So what am I meant to do? I'm just meant to keep it upright? Okay, let's try and do that. I just kind
I
of try and
see-
keep it steady.
I see that Gazan has the wheel, and I just go, just don't yank it off.
I'll be
Don't break the
sturdy.
wheel.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna destroy it. I know my own strength.
If I die on this vessel, I'm coming back and hunting each and every one of you.
This is kind of nice. The sea breeze is actually refreshing.
Is that a threat, Arendelle?
It's a warning and a promise.
That's a weird threat. And a weird
Listen-
promise.
Karma, it's okay. He's hungry.
It's okay. Would you like some rations? I've got some. And I also have some spare meat that we bought for the dog. You know, I could give you.
God. No, don't worry about it. I'll feed myself.
The night goes on, guys. Do you guys do anything else? Or and Pete takes over the wheel at night from you, Gazan? And does anybody else want to do anything?
Karma sits next to Arendelle
Okay.
and produces the skull that she got from the lighthouse. The one that she can't detect a soul in. Can you tell if there was any magic cast on this, Arendelle?
I just looked down. I was reading my book at this time, and I just kind of folded back and looked down to see a skull staring at me. Oh, that's recall. All right. And it, well, don't. I'm not touching it, but you can put it out in front of me.
Awesome.
And after she does that, I'm going to try to glean what information I can off of this by casting, ritual casting, detect magic.
You ritual cast detect magic.
Well, you know what? The night's already on here, so I might as well just cast it. I have enough spell slots, so I'll just focus cast it. Boom.
Your eyes begin to flicker to try to see the auras of any type of magic enchantment on the skull. There is none.
All right, I'm gonna cast Identify.
As a spell slot?
Yep.
Make a religion roll.
Sure. I have a +4. I just have big brain. That's a natural 1, and that was about to be a 17. That's
Fair.
depressing.
You can glean no more from the skull. But Karma does give you can kind of see her face flinch, I guess, beneath her cowl. You know, the bottom part of her face that you can see. There's a look of concern across her face. Like a look that when she sees and looks into people's souls, like she doesn't see it back.
I'm gonna close my book and then make eye contact with her, and well, I'm sure you are already aware, but there is nothing there. No life.
That's
No
what I
death.
figured. Every skull that we found in that cave was like this. The ones that we took from the cave themselves.
Right.
It concerns me of what the darkness does to people before they die.
Well, why do you think their eyes are inky black?
It shouldn't consume their soul, should it, Arendelle?
Consume? Of course not. Nothing in this world that I'm aware of can consume the soul unless it is given willingly.
I don't like that.
As you shouldn't.
Well, the darkness must be purged. And Karma will stroll away.
Bold claim. One that many before you have made, and all of them are dead.
How's your stomach treating you now?
Sleep well, Karma.
You too, Arendelle.
Vanna, do you want to do anything else for the evening?
Sure. I'm gonna go talk to Pete. I go up there and I just say to Pete, "So
One
how
hell
long-"
of a first mate. She's a fine ship, ain't she?
She's
Look at
getting us
that.
from point A to B. I like her.
He points up to the stars.
He says, see, we're going in the right direction. Must have been your friend making all those prayers downstairs. For one, I'm a non-believer.
How do you know we're going the right direction?
Just, you look at the world and you see it and you feel the wind. And, you always end up in the right place anyways.
I like that. I'm from the woods. I know how you feel.
Yeah. Well, why are you here then?
I have to find my family.
You can't find them out at sea?
No, I have to find them when we get to land.
Land? Hey, you from up north?
Was?
What kind of place is it? What is it like there for home for you?
There's nothing left.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not even a flower?
Not even a flower. Maybe one day it will re-blossom, but right now it is just ruins.
They say the fires from before the darkness came, burned a lot of the world away.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was, we were attacked. We were burned to the ground. There's only a select survivors that escaped south, and, I'm just on a quest to find them survivors to help regrow our town.
I'll tell you what, those people in the woods are incredible. Especially those Hayfling people. They always got the best pipe weed.
Indeed.
You smoke?
I've dabbled.
Well, you want some?
I don't know what the night's going to entail. I feel like this is maybe a bad idea. Do you have any whiskey?
I don't.
Too bad.
A damn shame. My flask ran out earlier.
I wonder how.
I don't really, I just work for the links on the side. I'm not really, I'm not a link myself.
Well, I suppose I should probably get down and rest with the others so we can be prepared for the morning.
Nah.
Then it takes off downstairs with no pipe weed in her or whiskey. We sleep for the night. Does anybody else want to do anything before night sets in and we take a long rest?
Yes, actually, just a little bit of flavor for myself and character.
Sure.
Just in case if anybody isn't asleep right now, Arundel's still up on top of the ship on the deck, and you can see that he's currently finagling with his book, and there's a multitude of colors being swapped in and out of his hands that just keeps changing from one color to another. It's as if he's purposely taking colors from his book and just dropping it in, and it spreads out like paint inside of a bubble of water. And he's trying to mix it around to try to get something out of it.
Awesome. Do you want to make a roll at all, or?
No, that's just me trying to explain how the Awakened spell book works whenever I can change the damage type of the spell.
Yeah, for sure.
With another spell that I know.
Each spell.
Just in case if anybody's interested.
Each spell, there's spell spheres. There's 3 spheres of magic. The arcane, the primal, and divine, which all magic is derived from. And then there's each school of magic, or sphere of, circle of magic. So there's a sphere and then there's a circle. And in each circle of magic is a color associated to it. And it must be the colors that you're moving. Moving magic around is dangerous. That's why most people don't do it. Just like when you tried to bend the waves, pushing your body can drive men insane.
I'm a dangerous man.
We go through a long rest and we wake up in the next morning. Pete goes down below deck. Who wants to captain the ship?
Guess Vena's first May here. She just is like, well, somebody has to do it. There's nobody at the wheel. I'm going to go grab it.
He hands it off to you, then. It's like,
There you go, first mate.
Pete goes below deck.
Run up and grab it.
And then Gazan sounds like he's above deck as well as Arendelle, right?
Yeah, after I work out, I will come atop of the deck and like peer around and like see if, how far we have come.
Look
There's
at
a
us
ship.
elves with our superior senses.
The
You're like
sun is a
that.
little too shiny right now. Ugh.
You're kind of like Legolas looking out with your elven eyes, on the horizon. And Venna, you see it. There's a ship out there. It has a flag of the darkness.
Arendelle,
It is
That's
approaching your
right.
ship.
Okay.
do you see that, Arendelle?
I do.
What do we do?
I've already made preparations. Gazan, why don't you go wake up the fine captain for us?
I will do so.
And be sure to alert fair Karma, of course.
Okay.
Talk to the captain. He's like asleep.
He was helpful, even though I didn't think so. But we need him. I go over and like just give him a little like nudge with my 2 fingers against his cheek, trying to like wake him up.
He doesn't wake up.
Okay, I try and pinch his nose.
He wakes up. He's like, "Oh God, it's you again."
I apologize, but I believe you are needed above deck. It's the darkness.
The darkness. What about it?
They are approaching our vessel. They might want to speak to the captain.
First mate's in charge.
The what?
First mate's in charge. Venna's in charge. Don't you know the chain of command, slave?
I'm not a sailor. I told you as much.
Your apology is not accepted. I'm going back to sleep. Captain goes back to sleep.
Okay. Karma!
I wish I was able to fall asleep on command. That sounds nice.
Karma, what do you do?
Karma!
After preparing spells, Karma perks up and heads upstairs.
There you are. We have a bit of an issue. I believe your expertise would be needed aboard.
That's concerning.
Agreed.
Do they see the other ship? They both see it, right?
The ship is coming from behind you. It's probably about 15 minutes away. It's a larger ship with an additional sail, so it's catching up. Do you guys want to try to outmaneuver the ship some way, or what? We can make a skill challenge out of this if we want.
We don't need to outmaneuver it if I burn its sails.
I come up from the stairs and like look above me to where you are. The captain is still asleep. He says you are in charge.
All right. So, what do you want to do?
I just point a finger up towards the sky and you see a little mote of fire.
Okay, we have fire. Gazan, we could try to Fast and Furious this boat, or we can set it on fire.
I don't think we can run that fast. I think yesterday was just good enough.
Let's do the fire. Let's set the sails.
Are we gonna fight them? I don't want to wind up in trouble. Master will kill me.
It is an
How
option.
far can
However,
your flames go so they're that far away so they can't mount the boat?
about the distance of a short bow, I reckon.
Oof. I feel like that's too close. What if they swing onto our boat?
That's true, but that is also why I have another option.
Okay.
I say as I cast Gust, the cantrip, into the sails.
I have a question, Arendelle.
I don't cast it yet. Yes, what is it?
That bowl you have,
Yes.
do you think perhaps you could make an elemental capsize their ship?
Whatever the two of you are planning, don't do something stupid.
Karma, that is not a bad idea.
I'm just saying, it'd be hard for them to follow us when they're dealing with an elemental.
That is true. And what are they going to do? Shoot at it? Alright. I shall do this, yes. I say as I approach the side of the vessel and pour some water from my flask into the bowl as I begin to perform the incantation.
I just walk back in
As,
circles. This is crazy.
As I start to pull the water out of it, coaxing it like a snake dancer, man. I don't know what they're called. And say the command word, Aquilus. And I toss the water from the bowl into the water. as it begins to morph into a humanoid form, humanoidish. I point towards the vessel behind us. Do your best to either slow it down or destroy it. Capsize it if you must. But if you do, none of them survive. Go!
Well, it says that in Primordial, I guess, and it says, yes, my master. And it takes off, and you see it scurry underneath the water, kind of blends in with the waves, and you assume the water elemental's going out there to disrupt the ship in some way. I'll make a roll. This is still kind of a skill challenge type thing. Describe what do you want the water elemental to do exactly against the opposing ship.
So first it's going to start by puncturing a hole into its hull, so it starts to
slamming
flood.
the ship below.
Yeah. And afterwards, it starts to flood the deck. It's going to actually enter through that hole and start taking out the crew one by one.
You want it to attack the crew?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make a skill challenge roll to it.
Sure.
I think I'm just gonna run downstairs as all of this is happening.
I'm at the wheel still.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to take a look at what the creatures is I got on here.
Karma, help me.
Would you like to tag off?
Please grab the wheel.
Right, she comes over, grabs the wheel for you.
But I can't leave her alone, so I kind of sit with her.
I roll a 3 on the first one. This determines how the encounter goes.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 is 2 successes. As the bottom of the ship is punctured, it explodes to the water elemental. The crew of the opposing ship slows down to a halt, essentially as they're being attacked by a sea creature. And then they roll up again. Make the second roll.
Oh, that was almost another natural 20, but it's an 18, so that's so good.
Nice. I roll a 6. The water elemental is able to stop them. I'll say it probably kills a few of the crew members of the opposing ship, and the ship cannot follow you guys, Karma. As you've outmaneuvered it, the ship is, even though it had more sails, it was trying to catch up. It's unable to do so, and we approach Highpass, the Highpass docks. Okay. And you guys kind of pull into Highpass. Cloud Highpass once stood as a mighty kingdom at one time. It's now been brought low by the darkness. Most of the highborn nobles here have probably been fled or executed by the local lord here, Aghel. The city walls, once legendary, are mostly crumbled into ruin, even decades later after the Great War. The ones remaining, which wooden watchtowers are well garrisoned, this stands as a military front for the invasions to the east, as the voice of the darkness is still silent for now. Slavery must be rampant here as you hear a lash, a crack of the whip, and a nearby slave den adjacent to some of the farms on the outskirts. Along the ramparts, you see dozens of hung corpses, flesh that's meant to rot enough to slip off into the ditches below. Dissenters of those who disobey the king of the land.
They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us once we get ashore. They're going to kill us.
I'd like to see them try.
I'll make sure you have a proper funeral.
I'm just going to stick close to Pete.
Today. I do not plan on dying today, and as such, I don't plan on y'all dying today.
You guys pull up to the harbor master. The harbor master is an orc, and he says, "What is your business here?"
Our business is to make port. Are you going to let us or not?
What is your cargo?
Us. That is all.
Pete speaks up, like, they're just travelers. He's like, fine then. 1 gold each.
Here. Toss, there's 5 of us, including Pete, so I'll toss 5 gold his way.
Wait. He looks at Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria.
Oh, right. 6. 1 more.
What about the dogs? They're also coming.
I will not be paying for a dog. Her own.
Gazan says something about a dog. Bringing pets in.
We are.
1 gold.
It is not a pet.
Here's your gold.
Karma
I
hands
try
him
to
the
hide
gold.
the dog under my dress or my outfit.
It would be pretty difficult, but it could be done. Venna, do you want to make a sleight of hand roll?
Yeah, let me try that. Let me try to hide the dog so we don't.
You're
have to
gonna
pay for it.
little rascals, the dog.
Have you ever seen a mastiff next to a full-grown man?
Listen.
Yeah, I mean the DC is 20, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Do it stealth or what?
It's
Do it.
a DC 20
see it
versus this.
I
If you want to
20?
try to hide the
I
dog,
hope
yeah.
this works. Save me my gold.
I want to see this work. Let the Doge pass.
Oh, 18.
Let's see.
The DC was 20.
Oh, that's so close.
But what's your sleight of hand? Did you add your Dex mod to it?
No.
Is it a
1 plus
zero?
1? Plus 1.
Because I don't see you roll the skill check. I don't know if you actually rolled it. +1, so it's 19, so you missed by 1.
It'd be +1 plus your proficiency bonus, which would be a 2, which would be a 21. She passes.
Is she proficient in sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand only plus 1. I don't. That's all I have. See.
Damn
is
it.
that-
You're right. Damn it.
The orc notices this. She's like, "What?" As the dog barks underneath the dress a little bit, as you kind of hear it walking, he hears this like panting. He's like, lifts up the dress. He's like, "This isn't the first time." And he sees this dog under there. He's like, 1 gold.
Karma flips it.
Oh, I was gonna front it since I failed.
Yeah, I got it.
Benefit pays it, and he charges. I'll have Karma make the roll. D6 gold for Victoria. She looks more like of nobility.
A D6 roll?
Yeah.
Karma looks like nobility?
No, I'm saying Victoria does. So
Oh,
it's Victoria's
I'm
tax. Victoria's 4 gold. Now, you guys kind of know like the tax to come into places. If you're just like a lowly commoner, it only costs like a silver maybe at most. Maybe a few copper. A gold is an exorbitant a tax. That must be being applied here. Who fronts the 4 gold for Victoria?
I'll do it.
You guys are in
I
Highpass.
love wasting my money.
Highpass, like I try to think of it as like medieval England, because I mean Victoria has an English accent. She is from Highpass herself, but there's like a lot of brick buildings. I'm trying to think of clay rooftop shingles, that type of thing. There are windmills out in the distance to the adjacent farms, but the slavery here is rampant. You see slaves coming and boarding, and there's ships coming and going from port here into Highpass. These ships have the sigil of the Genie King from Husad. All different kinds of species are here. Ogres, no trolls or anything like crazy like that, but orcs and goblins freely go around. There are free people that walk around, but you feel a tension in the air. What do you guys do?
I'm going to hand the head that I have to Venna and be like, here you go. I've got to take care of these bodies that are just hanging in the street. I feel like the law's going to have something to say about that. It's best all of you don't be around me.
Oh, God. Why do we still have this? Pete, before you go, a word.
Aye.
Would you mind giving us directions as to who we're supposed to be going to and where they are?
I serve Lord Corrin, but I thought that you would take them heads to Lord Corrin's manor.
Thank you. Now, where is that?
It's down this way. You gotta go to past that block there, take a left at the statue, right in the square there. And it's a big house there with the gargoyles on it. You can't miss it.
Simple enough. Thank you.
And I think this slave here knows where it's at.
He points over to Gazan.
No, this
that
is
true?
just one of the few things I would not like to mention, but yes, I do have a room there.
Thank you for speaking up, then.
Gave you some slave quarters. They usually keep you out in the pen.
No, I'm entrusted with a little room of my own.
Oh, you must really please your master a lot, Dan, Pete says.
I assume.
Well, I'll be bound by the half-full goblet. That's the name of the bar I'm going to be staying at. Feel free to swing by if you need me, and maybe Lord Colin will need some help if
Half-filled
you wanna have-
goblet. I will take you up on that.
Yeah, I'll be, it's daytime right now, so I'm getting wasted.
Oh my God, night owl.
Good
I'll see you guys
day.
later. Yeah, all the fun stuff happens at night, don't you know?
He's got a
I
point.
don't know. I go to bed at a reasonable time.
You don't go to bed ever.
Usually
By the
that's
way,
when business is booming.
By the way, he
Yes.
holds his hand out to Karma. He's like, can I get some too? For drinks. for helping you out too, making it safe
shit.
travel for you.
Safe
Helping us
travel.
out.
Yeah, that was the one at night. I was keeping it all straight.
We all got
making
to
sure we
sleep,
got
I
here.
guess.
And we all
Yeah,
capsized the
exactly.
boat while you were sleeping.
Me and Karma held this boat together.
You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay Captain Pete anything.
I will give you one go to fuck off.
Thank you, partner. He takes off.
He's such a simple child, that guy.
I love him.
I can't wait till he succumbs to his age.
Now, Arendelle, I could show you the way around town, but I could also take you in places that are more quiet. It is not the direct route there, though. What you would like? I know you have some problems with monstrosities.
I have problems with people in general, but yes, I would prefer a quiet route if you wouldn't mind.
By all means, follow me.
If I don't meet up with you later, check the local jail.
The jail.
Karma, wait, where are you going, Karma?
I've got to cut these bodies down, and I'm sure someone's going to say something about it. You can join me if you wish. I have quite a few blemishes on my record. I don't believe bodies should be hung up on display.
What would you think would be the more suitable thing for me to do right now? Like, hang out with these guys and a little gesture?
Yes, I think you should. I don't want to tarnish your reputation.
Okay, I go with you guys.
Wise.
So Karma separates from the party, correct? I'm going to go to Karma real quick. So Karma's talking about there's about a dozen or so bodies that are hung by their feet across the ramparts. Karma, you get closer. Some of them have been flayed or, beaten. This is a common intimidation tactic used by the Orkind or the forces of darkness to intimidate or put people into order. They're about, I want to say the walls are about 30 feet high. So they're about 20 feet off some of the broken ramparts, sailing in. You'd have to go outside the city, then come back in or somehow scale the ramparts. The ramparts are guarded or garrisoned, I want to say. It could happen. I mean, you have to just tell me how you want to do it.
I'm going to deceive my way to get them down.
Set the ramparts on fire.
I'm going to try to convince the guards that I'm here to collect the bodies.
Gazan and Venna and Arendelle and Victoria all are, where are we going?
Taking a quieter route. Not a direct route, but like around like the slums or so.
You're walking through the slums. What do you do?
Arendelle hates it.
Yes. Arendelle does.
You asked for it.
A beggar comes up to Arendelle and says,
Money. Do you have any money?
Yes. Can I help you?
I grab the beggar's arm and like lift it up and like stare at him.
Ain't no
And
trouble.
I push him off a little bit.
and he leaves. He just like runs away. He's like, bam. He's kind of like sore because, you know, the way you like touched him. And he kind of like rubs the area where you kind of put your hands on him. And he kind of runs off.
Is that fool asking for handouts?
He is, and he's got a stash somewhere.
You think so?
I think so. I know the types
Oh,
around
is-
here.
Well, his problems would be solved if he just got a job. Interesting. Read on. There. God, I stepped in shit.
It is always an adventure with you.
I look over and I kind of just like, as he's stepping and pooping, like, just cause like,
And
I'm
as
so pleased that my misfortune is humorous for you. Yeah. I prestidigitate the shit off my foot and I keep walking.
sure, make a dexterity save.
Pardon?
Yeah, the DC's 10.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
I didn't know that required a save. I'm a little concerned now. I pass, but still.
Like as you're kind of like looking at your shoes, you hear like a woman up on like in the slums. There's like 2 stories. A woman up there takes like a piss pot essentially and chucks it out onto the street, and you dodge right out of the way of this piss pot as it splashes right below you, you know, in front of you.
oh,
Dude, are you insane, woman?
Watch out!
Oh, thank you for the warning, madam. It's greatly appreciated.
No problem, my lord.
Arendelle, maybe we should have gone the other way.
I am a little fumed right now, as you can see a mote of fire start to form on all 5 of my fingertips.
I have to can I just grab his fingertips and go? Let's calm down. I feel like I have magic in me. Can I do that or no?
For sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would definitely be able to do that. It's only a cantrip, so.
Arendelle, if you prefer not to walk, I could carry there.
I'd rather maintain my dignity, madam. Just lead the way, I'll deal with it later.
Fair enough.
I just prestidigitate my feet every time we take another step.
Yeah, let's go to Karma then real quick. Karma, so what are you trying to do? You come up to where the stairways are at, and it's only a matter of time. You'd walk up to an orc, I'm just going to say.
And I'm going to give a very humble low bow. Hello.
His skin is dark, and as you try to look up to his face, it's horribly scarred.
Yes, hello. I'm here to collect the old bodies from the rafters so we can replace them with new ones.
With new ones. Where they at?
Well, they're bringing in a shipment. They'll be in the docks here shortly, but I need to get the old ones down first.
Aghill killed some more slaves.
Of course he did. His unmatched power, it's to be feared, honestly.
I haven't seen him in a while.
No,
Where's he at?
He's been busy. He's actually going to be on the ship coming in soon, but we
Make a
need to
deception
have...
roll.
Okay.
As you start to go off into a wild goose chase.
Could have just said last time you saw him he was at the town we were at, because that wouldn't be a lie.
Was a 7?
He could be stupid. You never know.
I forgot to use enhance ability before I walked up.
He's getting on a boat.
Of course, yeah. And we have to have things ready by the time he gets here. So if you would be so kind to help me get them down, I'll get them out of your hair, and we can get it ready for the next batch.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Jade.
Jada, where's your slave marking?
I'm not a slave. I'm more of a personal assistant.
To who?
To Agheg. He sent me.
You say Aghill. You said Agheg? His name is Aghill.
Make another deception roll.
Just say you're stupid. They usually believe it.
No, but you're right. They are 2 different persons.
It was so close to being a 20.
I know.
This doesn't feel right.
I apologize. I just got off a boat myself. It's been a long journey.
Got off a boat, but you serve Aghill.
I stumbled on my words. Yes, we just came here from Windstrand. So he sent me before him to get all the necessary preparations done, and he will be here shortly.
This is above my pay grade. You're going to have to speak with Commander Dench. He's over by the arena.
Perfect. Can you direct me towards him?
Yeah, he's that way. You can't miss it. The screams of the crowd.
All right. I will see myself then.
Gives you directions to the Armageddon Arena.
On my way, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
We're going to go back as we approach Lord Quarren's estate. Gargoyles stare stonily down from the pitched roof of this stately structure, signaling this place is protected by dark forces. Even if the statues don't spring to life, tall, narrow windows give the impression of a hauteur, and the great crimson entry doors bear iron bracing, painted in a glossy black and fashioned to look like thorny vines. Victoria says to Venna, she's like, "Oh, this is so sad.
What do you mean sad?
This used to be one of my childhood friends' places."
Huh? You mean to tell me you knew this old and you never came by?
She shakes her head.
Fair enough. Now, Would anybody like to do something, or are we going in just now? Should we wait for Karma? How long do you think it would take?
I guess she's already been denied what she wanted to do and is either in prison or being redirected towards someone of a higher standing. Or the entire fort is on fire. One or the other.
I suppose. And I go up and like reach for the big knock on the door and like.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
A slave answers the door.
Hello.
That's you, Kazan?
It is. I've arrived.
Oh, Lord Corin was expecting you.
Indeed.
She
We're here
opens
to
the
see
door.
him.
Yep, and you see that she has the 2 slave markings just like you. Right. So she opens the door up, and inside Lord Corin's estate, there are at least 24 slaves that manor the whole building, as well as other enforcers and things that he uses, guards, things like that. Corin, he's in his study, and you guys go there. The study has rows of books. There is a candlelight candelabra there. He's behind there, and as you come up to him, he's finished lighting a pipe with some of his renowned, famous hashish from Husad. It wafts throughout the air. He kind of has the door open a little bit, and I'm going to go to Karma, though, as he goes to the arena. Karma, there's the screams of crowds that can be heard outside of the Armageddon arena. There's like a gate, right, where I don't mean like a physical gate. Like this is like a theater type of gate where you go to, right, to buy tickets or pay for entry.
Tickets, please.
Ticket.
I go up to the ticket booth person and say, excuse me, I'm here looking for the captain.
Captain?
Yeah, I'm here on orders from Aghel.
Aghel? You serve Aghel?
Of course. And don't keep me waiting.
This is just like a common person like that probably like is just like, think about you just like going to Subway and like there's the person there in Subway making your sandwiches. This is this person, like this is a nobody really, essentially. Like
And
she
my
doesn't
niece
know who
works
Aghel.
at Subway.
Well,
you can't
she
say
doesn't-
the franchise name. You have to call it like Subway or something.
Subway.
Subway.
She's just like, captains are down by the docks.
Intelligence.
Are you going to
100.
point me to who's in charge, or am I going to have to get angry?
Make an intimidation roll. I don't want no trouble. You want to take it in? It's 5 copper.
That's it. Hell yeah.
Fine, here, and I put a gold down. Keep the change.
Okay. You go in, you hear the roars of the arena happen. Orcs are fighting slaves in the arena. There appears to be an orc guy. He has a lot of armor on. The armor is shiny and white. He appears to be like, if there was a guy in charge, just enjoying the mayhem. You see the slaves are some of them are being knocked out, and then you see him look up as the crowd cheers and screams and for like blood and mayhem. You see them all kind of like look at him as the crowd kind of goes silent, and this figure to gesture, and they kill one of the slaves in the arena, so you're able to spot him.
I beeline it for him.
As you approach him, he's escorted by a dozen guys, like a half dozen. And you're obviously stopped by like the guys that are there, and they say, "Who are you?
I'm here on business.
Where's your writ?"
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the crowd. My what?
Your writ.
Speak common, please, when you're addressing me.
The orc looks at you a little bit, like pushes you back.
My boss is not going to be too happy with this.
Yeah.
Do I need to have Aghel come down here?
Make an intimidation roll, I guess.
8.
Karma, the delicate flower.
You and your 100-pound frame, put your finger up against the orc, and the orc says, "Back off now."
Look, how much gold for 5 minutes? I just need some more conversation.
He like looks back, and a few other guards come up to you. I'm gonna say you are now. You appear to be like, imagine like 4 police officers. They're starting to like come around you, And the orc says, "All of it.
Right here, all I have is 10 gold. So
Search him." They begin to search you.
All
They're gonna
right.
pat you down and take, the coins or the patch, your any type of coins on you. They don't take your weapons or anything like that, but they do take all your coin.
They take 12 gold and 7 silver.
Okay, remove it from your sheet.
Gotcha.
This way.
Okay.
And they take you to this guy. He's a mean-looking orc guy.
Holy crap. I thought it was going to be so much worse.
I'm a professional.
This guy's name is Commander Dench.
I'm sorry, I'm deaf in this ear. Did you say Commander Dick?
That's so rough looking. That's not a commander.
The orcs are like these alpha guys, right? Like, they serve whoever is the strongest and in power at the time. Commander Dench is a hulking, he must be almost like a half an ogre, right? One of these kind of creatures that you saw in the Windstrand, right? His armor is like very nice and unique. It's not from this land. His maul is much more cruder.
Greetings, Commander. I am so apologetic to be bothering you today, but I do come on orders of Aghel, so my time is limited.
Aghel. You.
I do. It's a small request. I need the bodies on the rafters taken down so we can replace them with fresh corpses to give, more of an intimidating factor to those who oppose us.
Like yours.
Oh, I suppose I will look lovely up there. But when my time comes, we do have a lot of bodies we need to replace, though, so time is of the essence.
I guess make a persuasion roll or something.
So the first one's a 20.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Second one's an 18.
Well, he points down to the arena.
I guess we could put these slaves up there.
Of course we can. Look, we've so many possibilities we can do, but we need to get the old ones down.
You say you work for Aghel?
Of course, I'm his assistant, so come on, time is of the essence.
How have I never seen you before?
I only come out on special occasions.
I haven't seen you ever. Must be very special.
I am very special. I'm very high ranking, too. So, Commander, if we may.
I think we found our next combatant. Arrest him.
Oh boy,
And
this
they
should be fun.
they begin to put the manacles on you.
Oh
Do you
dear.
resist somehow?
No, Karma does not resist.
Karma, they start to manacle you up and take you below into the gladiatorial pits.
She's gonna say, when I win, I will be back.
Arendelle's ears twitches like a sense of disturbance of the force.
And Lord Corin is a small halfling. He stands probably a good modest 3.5 feet at that. He's sitting behind his desk, and he has his little, hat on, like he always does. Well, Godazan, how you doing? Bring me those heads.
I woke up with a satchel, a sack in my hand. I think it's a sack. I have to mention something. I may have come home with a little more than just that. And I reach into my sack
Stop
and
speaking of damn riddles and tell me what you want.
I just pull a shark skin out of the sack and show it to him. May I?
The fuck is that?
May I decorate this in my room, Master?
Fuck no. I don't want that thing stinking up.
But it's rare, in fact.
It needs to be taken to the tanner, you idiot.
Should I take it to the tanner, not decorate it?
A decoration like that in this fucking house? Hell no. And you look behind him as you're kind of maybe Gazan, you're a little bit dismayed. Your armor's missing.
Where is it? And I walk over to the glass.
What you looking at? The glass isn't there either.
Where have you taken it?
Taken what?
My belongings. And I look disheveled.
Well, don't you want to hang that shark meat up in your dirty little hovel? Now show me the heads. I want to see the heads, goddammit.
I just flinch.
What does Arendelle do?
He's just kind of got his arms crossed right now, and he's tapping his finger, tapping his foot. As entertaining as this is, he's starting to get a little annoyed.
Victoria hands the bag to Venna of heads.
I give them to him.
How many heads did you guys have?
7 in total, I think.
Okay.
And it was 30 gold a head, right?
Mhm.
I think we negotiated
I
up to
remember.
30.
As you guys are discussing this, I'm just storming out the room.
You're not allowed to go yet. Stay right here, Gazan.
She actually just walks out.
He takes like a rod out. The rod has like a symbol on it, right? And he says, come back.
She stumps up in a moment.
That's bitter. He puts the rod away. Well, here's your gold. And he pulls out like a drawer in his desk. He pulls out a big sack and he starts like counting it out a little bit. He's like, 10, 20. You want platinum or you want gold?
Platinum would be preferred.
Platinum?
Yes.
A man who knows taste. I like that. And he like starts to divide out the platinum and he puts it on this table. He hands you, I think 21 platinum, right?
21 platinum. Yep.
Yeah, he hands you 21 platinum coins.
All right.
The coins look like old, like they haven't been minted in a long time. Now, what were you bitching about, Gazan? Not that we've handled our business.
She just lifts her chin. Nothing, sir.
That's much better. Well, what is the name of your troop?
I'm not having this conversation.
You mean you have more work for
If
us?
you have work, then give us the job.
Let him speak, Gazan. Be quiet. There are some work that could be done for sure. What kind of work you're looking for?
Well, I would prefer calm work that I can use time to study. However, with these ones, I reckon they've ended bloodshed or something. So I suppose whatever work you...
What about you? He looks over at Venna. What kind of work you're looking for? Seems like you're in the killing business to me.
No, I'm just really good at it. Not in for it.
Well, hopefully my slave didn't trip you up there.
No. Nope, not in for the killing. Friendship only. Just, if I get into a pickle, I know how to get out of it.
Are you asking for more death?
It's kind of a harder one. It's something in between, I guess. The Ag Helenese goblins are all bitching about some wolf or something. It's back in Highpass, north there. It's near some ruins.
When do you need us to go?
Well, it's whenever you want, I guess. But
how much are you
these
paying?
guys, well, I'm not really paying you. It's Ag Hel going to be paying. I mean, this is just stuff that's put out, And, the word is out that there's some giant fucking beast or something out there, a warg or a wolf or something. They want it captured. So if you're able to capture it, let me take a look. He pulls out like a piece of paper. Now, this is up to you. I don't know. I don't know if you want to kill it. It's 500. But if you bring it back alive, you can probably get 1,000 for it. But I don't know if you can do it. It's a pretty big beast from what I've heard, and it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
You said it were in mountains, correct?
I said it's north of Windstrand, near the ruins.
Ruins.
Aye. Some fucking temple or something out there. You want to get back on the boat with Pete is the question.
I would sooner die of old age.
Well, there's always more money in the arena, too. You can go there and fight to your heart's content.
Do I look like a barbarian to you?
I don't know. What do you look like? What house do you hail from?
Silver.
I haven't heard of it.
Of course you haven't. I doubt you've heard of much.
I see what you mean. This was some shit Harper, wasn't it?
She just looks absent-minded. She's not really there.
Pay attention, goddammit.
She still doesn't react.
Fucking A. Looks over at Venna. Well, thank you, I suppose.
Cool. You're welcome.
Well, if you don't mind, he lights his pipe and puts it back down. He's like, get the fuck out.
Oh, thank God.
And
Just turn me up.
take it down to the kitchen or throw it out.
She just bows her head and turns and walks out the door, waiting for the others.
While we're recollecting, Karma is put in, he's put into manacles into the arena below, and they look at Karma and says, you're a good fighter.
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
As I'm walking out the door, I just kind of grab the shoulder of Venna and just kind of get close to her ear so I can whisper, just out of curiosity, how upset would you be if I were to burn down this house and kill everyone inside?
They probably have a fit army to attack us after you.
Sure, but what's an army going to do against a force of nature, such as a wildfire? Can't really stab fire, is what I'm saying.
So are you predicting to free Gazan?
What? Oh, sure, yes, that's what I meant.
I am looking out over the crowd of slaves and trying to see if there's one not doing anything currently, but like sitting ready with a tool of some sort, maybe like a broom or something.
It's getting close to noon, so there's slaves like putting out in the dining hall. They're putting the silverware out. Let's go to Karma as he's chained up, put in shackles, and dragged below into the arena. As he's tried to convince Commander Dredge, what did they say his name was?
Yeah, Dredge.
Dredge. You said drag. Roll a deception check.
Yes. Every time I get
lost.
There we go. I'm trying to pull up. I have a lot of links up, guys.
So, could you let me go? I'm gonna try to be very convincing with my words.
The only way out is through combat now.
Yeah, or with that key.
Those words were so convincing, by the way.
Can you put that key in this lock and let me go?
No.
This commander is like probably a pretty intimate guy with Aghel, as he is the second in command, and he's like never seen or heard of you. And
he will. He will.
Yes, and you're a human, approaching him, so it's kind of like just fun for him.
Yeah, like maybe like a fierce grung or something.
A grung.
Yeah.
No grung around here.
Oh, shame. What about like a turtle? I could fuck up a turtle.
I don't think so. Make it look good, though.
Real good.
Wait. 2 turtles? Yo, I can fuck them up.
They give you your weapon back.
Yeah, Karma. God.
Damn it, Karma.
Hey,
God.
this is bound to happen. I couldn't just be like, oh, bodies.
Awaiting in the Armageddon arena and standing, back to back, you're put in with 2 other commoners. They're branded slaves, maybe runaways, right? They've been given clubs to fight you. You stare up at the tiered seat as you exit the arena, into the arena, and the bloodthirsty patrons therein. United by their lust for blood, people of all kinds mingle freely in the stands, eagerly waiting on the battle to come. You just can't make out the voice of the announcer, full of pomp and ceremony. Over the pounding of your own heart, then the crowd falls into a worrying silence as all eyes turn onto the hatch at the center of the arena. The heavy gate, right on top of it, pit is hoisted free by a thick iron chain. So that now we go. So I'm going to load up the arena for you, buddy.
Perfect.
Oh, the arena.
Oh dear.
I want to fight in the arena.
Should we go save poor Karma?
I want to fight in the arena. Arendelle doesn't, but I do.
So I'm
Arendelle would never.
Yeah, no.
So you're going to fight on the top of the arena here on these bridges. You pull out your
Oh,
model.
I don't see. Is it in the
I can't see Tails the map.
Yeah, it's not there.
I haven't looked. I'm still preparing the random encounter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were describing what you saw.
Give me a second. So only Karma could be able to probably see the models in here, but it is on the stream if you really care. Karma, we roll initiative.
You want me to roll initiative?
Yes, I roll an 11.
So this arena stacked like 3-dimensional chess.
I rolled a 9.
So I go first, but we use alternating initiative like this.
Okay.
So the commoner, this guy's up first. He charges you. He makes a little standing jump and tries to make a non-lethal attack. So that means he rolls a straight roll against you. You have all your equipment and armor on as he swings his club against you. Deflect it with your sickle. And now it's your turn, Karma. What do you do?
Sorry.
Action, Sacred Flame.
Hold on.
Okay.
One sec.
I make a dex. Is this a dex save or attack roll?
Yeah, get it.
No. It is a dex save. 14.
I fail. Roll damage
All right.
against this poor little commoner. This guy's a slave, so you're just gonna burn him alive, I guess.
If he dies, he dies.
Damn it, he even went out of the way to say
Drago.
that was. He even went out of the way to say that was non-lethal damage. You just straight up burning this man to death.
It's all right. The other one's gonna get more. So 6 radiant damage.
He's almost dead. He's badly burned as your radiant flare blows across him.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Yes. Spiritual weapon is now a concentration spell.
I dropped the charisma as I feel like time for talking zone.
Wait, you said spiritual weapon is a concentration spell now? Oh,
Yes,
They
it is.
nerfed it.
Does it get its own attack, or does it go on my attack?
It's a summon, so it goes last in the initiative count.
Okay. Movement, if I can. I want to be like, boop, 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 boop.
You provoke an attack of opportunity.
All right.
He misses you, though, as you run across there. I'm trying to find the construct to put this out. There we go. Where do you want to put your spiritual weapon?
Right where I was standing.
Kind of like
Yeah.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to use it to summon for it. Now it's in the initiative count. The other guy's up, and he kind of goes over here. He picks up like a stone off the ground and throws it at you. Misses you, though. The spiritual weapon's up.
So it's in the shape of a warhammer. And I'm just gonna bonk him with it.
Hey, Liz, what is PP?
Steve in our chat is saying that you guys are murder hobos.
Gasp? I would never.
Does
Okay, we can have an evil campaign. I like it.
does an 18 hit?
Yeah, roll damage. Guys, an AC of 10.
It's just people have their limits, okay?
5 damage.
Your spiritual weapon hits him across it, and he falls off into the bottom of the arena, knocks him off. He falls down below, and as you kill him, you hear his bones crunch,
Oh no.
and then you hear the crowd.
Sorry, not sorry.
The crowd cheers as you kill him.
You have gained 15 experience points.
Karma's up.
Oh, it's my turn again.
Yeah.
I am going to get fancy this time, and I am going to cast Sacred Flame. Next save of 14.
So fancy as last
I
time.
fail again. Roll damage. You can actually kill him with this cantrip.
7 damage.
Are we in the stands with like big foam fingers? Like,
Yeah, like
you're
go
number
Karma!
one.
He almost burned
Karma.
to death. He's like, I don't want to fight anymore.
Oh, he's running?
He's just he's like badly burned. He's like brought to his knees as your sacred flame explodes onto him, almost catching him on fire with holy light. But your magic weapon's up now. What do you do?
I just, nothing.
You look up to the stands as the crowd kind of goes quiet again, and you look up to the guy, Commander Dredge. He gives you the signal. Kill him.
I dodge, but I'm going to let him attack first.
You do the dodge action.
It's my weapons attack. I can't dodge, can I?
Well, what do you want to do with the weapon?
I'm just gonna let it sit idle.
Okay. You're up now, Karma. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery,
Okay, that's just a melee attack, cantrip.
and I'm gonna rush him.
You're gonna rush him. You're gonna jump across the bridge.
Yeah, I want to rip him apart.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
You jump back. He like kind of takes a step back at you. He's like, "Don't."
Thought about it, doing it.
I'll roll an attack roll.
Christ!
18.
Roll damage.
I reckon
There's 1 HP
18
left. Yeah, you're rolling really well.
2.
Don't jinx it.
You
DM.
slash across him as you feel the acid burn away as it's closed. He screams in pain and collapses.
I close his eyes.
You reach down, you close his eye. You see Commander Dred's notch.
Oh, with the goddess.
And then he gets up and leaves the stands in the arena. In the arena, they escort you outside the arena. They say, "Well done." They don't pay you anything because they're just like, "Yeah, you just win" or whatever, and they just kick you out or whatever. Right? We'll go back to the rest of the party now. We're back in the house with Gazan, Venna, and Arendelle.
I'm just like, after a conversation I reckon would happen while the arena thing was happening, it just ends with me and Venna like, all right, I will shelve the burning down the house plan for now.
I walk over to
You would not burn it, right? You said.
I will not. I will not.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
I walk over to some.
That is a significant problem, but I will endure.
Go ahead, Gazan. Sorry.
I will walk over to the table that is like being laid out and like getting ready for like dinner and such, and like pick up a freshly placed plate that has just been placed there, and I would look up and like just feign like ignorance, just like yell over to the slave who just put it there. You there?
It's like a small girl. Yes.
Can I talk to you for a moment? And like wave the plate here around.
She comes over and she's like, yes.
Okay, and I put the plate down and like walk into into like the hallway and like trying to get away from people so we can have a one-to-one.
Yeah, you kind of move out in the hall. She says, yes.
I need your help.
What is her?
Corin has taken my belongings from me. You may have seen it. It's a large case of some kind.
She kind of nods.
Where has he taken it?
He was talking about it when you left.
Why? No,
He sold it.
sold it.
Yes.
To, do you know, what do they look like?
She shrugs.
Where was it taken to? Do you know that?
She shrugs.
Can you give me anything to help me find it?
She shakes her head.
You can be off now. Thank you.
She nods and she goes back to setting out the silverware. And like polishing it, making sure it's all put in the correct place.
I just turn around and just slam my fist against the wall.
Yo. Listen. I understand, Kazan. I'm sorry.
What are we upset about again? I was not paying attention.
There's like a mark left on the wall, and I just turn around. I need to get it back. It is all I have left. It is important to me.
What is it?
My weapons, my gear, all I had before all of this. My money as well.
You played this whole time with Victoria as if your gear didn't matter.
And that you had no personal belongings.
All right.
I did,
now
but it was encased here where Corin had view of it.
So
Alright.
who is holding these weapons?
I don't know. We might
what
have
do
to
you
look for
expect
an
us to
auction.
do?
Oh God, Arendelle is going to cost you a lot of money. A lot of gold.
Why do you
I
expect
don't-
I'm going to pay for it?
I put a hand on
for everything since.
I put a hand on Arendelle and like say, you don't have to pay for a thing. This is my own endeavor. I should do it on my own.
Reasonable.
And I'm
But
so
I feel the glare of an angry woman behind me, so I'm going to feel that I should say no. Perhaps we should work together. I say something over my shoulder.
Who's behind you, Victoria?
I retract my hand and like say, or just shift a little bit. I really need to beat something up right now.
Nope, not it.
Not you. You're safe.
Are we at a restaurant? Where are we?
We're still in the building.
Yeah.
You're still in Lord Corn's manor. Just
What's
like
the
in a
manor?
side hallway, kind of like talking to yourselves.
Did
Nobody's bothering
I
you.
just say to Kazan, I'm like, I bet there's a bag of potatoes in that kitchen.
the gremlin tell you anything?
Me?
The little guy in there, did he tell you anything what we're going to do now? I wasn't paying
I saw a
attention.
lot of little. Yes. There's some kind of beast and some ruins to the north of that discussing in the village we were in a day ago that he intends us to go back to and deal with.
Too far. Let's just spend the night here, I guess. I'm gonna need to beat something up. You guys come in, I wanna go outside and find something to beat the crap out of.
I'll come with you to make sure you don't beat the crap out of the wrong thing, but I don't want to beat the crap out of things with you.
If you do go to the arena, are you okay with me betting against you?
Sure, you may.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess we're just rolling out the place.
Good enough.
And where does Karma want to go after he's escorted out of the arena with no pay? You're muted, buddy.
Is he the commander anywhere? Because I did make a promise.
The commander left.
He left. Okay. Well, then I'm
Don't know
gonna
where he went.
attempt to try to regroup with the party.
For brevity's sake, I'll say that you guys leave Lord Corrin's estate, or the manor of Lord Corrin, and right outside, Karma is there. You see blood on his clothing.
Looks like you had fun, and it looks like my second hypothesis was possibly correct.
It's pretty uneventful, actually. So, did we make some money from our job?
Yes, we did.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, right, yes. I divvied it up 3, so everyone needs to give her 1 plat.
I need to do what?
Everyone, well, not you, but everyone that was paid gives her 1 platinum.
Why?
So she should have 3. Wait.
If I give one platinum, that's the only platinum I have.
You should have had 7, though.
Oh, I don't have 7. I
Oh.
thought I had 1.
Yeah, hold on. Let me redo my math. Look, I need to divide it by 4 instead of 3. So,
I'm rich.
okay. So, I will give her 2, and you 2 can give her 1. So, that should even out a little bit. You should have 5, including Victoria giving you 1.
Much obliged, thank you.
Yes, no problem.
How did it go?
How did what go? My endeavor?
Yeah, the jailhouse.
Well, I didn't go to jail. They weren't too keen on negotiating, so I'll just have to wait till they're all asleep and get them down.
Okay, fair enough. We were
There's
going to
such
the
thing
arena.
called a
I want to
brunch.
beat something up right now.
I mean, the arena's lovely this time of year, I've heard.
The flowers are falling.
Birds are singing.
Would you like to join us? Apparently this elf here, and I point to Arendelle, he's going to bet on me dying.
You know, I've always wanted to see an arena fight, so sure.
You're just in one.
What?
Weren't you just
What?
in one?
No. This is just muck from the city.
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Really? I don't remember muck smelling like blood before, but
Well,
perhaps
you-
that's because this is a swine farm.
Try and smell your own shoe.
Joke's on you, I've been cleaning it this whole time. I say as I pull my hand in my pocket and it's just got a glowing ring of magic around it as I've constantly been casting prestidigitation.
Yeah, well, I've been around a lot of orcs today, so very amok.
Something seems
So-
off about you.
Yeah.
Like what?
You seem
You're
to be
all
more
perfect.
jolly than usual.
I gotta use my hands today. It's not something I usually get to do.
What'd you do with your hands?
Oh, you know, just hard work at the negotiation table.
The negotiation table that you said did not go well.
It didn't go well, no, it went horrible, but it was nice to, get my hands dirty again.
So it didn't go well, but you're happy about it.
Of course. There's always tomorrow.
Until you die, then there's no more tomorrow, but yes.
Arendelle, and give him a knock on the shoulder.
Do not do that, I bruise easily.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
Bit of a what, man?
elf.
That's a good way of putting it.
Brenna, every time you look in the mirror, you see an elf. What does that even mean?
Well, we'll talk about this another day.
What?
Anywho's.
Well, anyways, how did your endeavors go? It's enough about me.
I plotted a murder scheme.
Oh, I'm good. I just want to kill something right now.
I mean, go for it.
Gazan
The
is
small-
on a ledge.
The small man makes me angry. That's all there is to it.
I don't think it's a good idea to let Gazan into the gauntlet or arena, whatever it is.
Right,
So let me kind of say what's happening so far in the game. I'm going to just say I'll just step out of game for a second. You guys can go to the arena, the Armageddon arena. You guys can probably go to a shop to buy and sell items or whatever if you have gold or things like that. We can go west across the sea again with Pirate Pete and maybe check out these ruins. Or Gazan, you guys can go with Gazan to get to the tannery to get his shark skin tanned. So it's actually worth something, maybe? Or it's like a leathery cape or something, I guess, of shark skin or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Probably
I
worth
guess.
something. And
This is a reasonably sized town. I will inquire as to whether or not there's an arcanum here. I wish to find some spells that I'm lacking as of this moment.
Like what?
What do you mean, like what?
What spells are you envisioning?
How do I put this in a way that you would understand? Something that would ignite flame upon contact with air would be preferable.
Ha. Okay.
I'm glad you found that funny, I think. You're a hard person to read.
It's been a while since I've gone to a magic shop. I think that sounds like a lovely idea, Ando.
I can tell you haven't come by a lot of Dragonborn in your day.
I have not, no. I grew up around my own kind, as one normally should.
I'm always up for some magic. Let's go.
Are you sure you want to be in a room surrounded by magic, Villa?
Me?
Yes, you.
Why wouldn't I want to be?
Yeah, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
Your magic is quite volatile, to say the least. A little unpredictable.
I just feel like maybe I can learn something from the building.
Oh,
Maybe something inside could teach me a trick or two.
okay. I
Not
can't say no to
necessarily me
learning.
running in and just grabbing the first magic.
Oh no, of course
Well.
not. That's totally not what I thought you were going to do.
Yeah, but like maybe I just like learn. Maybe there's a book.
Sure.
Maybe there's a reading.
Of course. I would never
Yeah,
deny someone
yeah.
a learning opportunity. Please don't grab the first thing you see.
I'll keep an eye on it, Ando.
Thank you. All right. Let's see where the road takes us. And I'm going to look for a arcanum, some kind of magic shop, anything. Maybe a mystatorium.
we all head to a place called the Velvet. Take a look here. The Velvet Journey.
Velvet.
Porn shop.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, that
Here
sounds
are
like
here are the aromas of the whole world contained in the space of a single shop. Plants hang raw in clusters from the rafters. Crushed, they fill thick glass cylinders with waxy wooden stoppers. On the glass of each one of them is a name written in hand in a fine script. Reading them is like reading a spell. Bergamot,
still sounds like a
cardamom.
porn shop.
fennel, mace, paprika, tarragon. The shop holds many wealths here, and the fine scents kind of bell it. And Ven is halfway correct as a half-naked man kind of goes off in the distance, you see like one of the curtains there that's made of velvet, and you see this half-naked man kind of walk by, Venna.
Oh.
And out of your distance. And behind, as you guys hear the dinging of the door, a woman comes out from behind the door. She is Asian. She probably stands at a good 5 foot, 5. And she's a female. She wears spectacles, but she's not dressed like people from Orange Dress, rags and stuff. She's wearing fine silk linen, and she has spectacles. Hello?
Good day, ma'am. I am here to inquire as to whether or not you may possess some magical items. Some scrolls, perhaps.
Right to the point.
Indeed.
What type of scrolls do you seek?
Nothing too fancy. Perhaps second tier. Preferably from the School of Evocation, if you don't mind.
Much of the taxes recently are being bought up and used for the war effort out east and south.
As to no one's surprise, yes. No war is simply won by steel. Always have to rely on the power of arcane.
So this is how we do the magic item stuff. So like Arundel's asking for a magic item of some kind. He makes a roll. One of our viewers gave you disadvantage on the roll.
Oh no!
of course I did.
Oh, it's so
The
shitty.
roll for Arundel specifically, because he was going to be a murder hobo apparently in the building.
Oh, I would never.
So they gave you disadvantage on the roll.
Oh
Hilarious.
God!
And so Arundel, you make a roll with disadvantage. I think you have to probably roll a 17 or higher on the roll. It's just a straight roll. So it's pretty remote. As most of the magical items and things like that have been bought up by Aghel.
Man, you really need to give it some flavor. Like, instead of like saying somebody comes in and gives you disadvantage, like say the chaos is like turning in the air or like something. Like, because it just feels like a little shitty, like somebody just imposes that on you.
He rolls a natural one. Arundel has
One?
Arundel, the item. So here's how it works. The item is on not in. She's like, so what scroll do you exactly seek, Arundel?
Scorching Ray.
So how it works is they put an order in to Hassad, and then it arrives in 2 weeks.
Oh, he's a layaway.
Yeah.
Spells on layaway.
I don't know about you, but I'm not waiting 2 weeks for a second level spell scroll when by that point I'll probably be level 5.
You don't know that.
There's no scribes here in Highpass. They killed them all a while back.
An absolute tragedy, that is. This town has significantly lowered itself in value in my eyes in that case.
Unfortunately, I have not traveled to the Isles of Eastalos, so I have nothing to compare to your kin.
Well, I doubt you could, but if you are able to, I would highly recommend you go vacation there. At least it's safer than wherever this hell was.
I've heard they're not very welcoming to foreigners.
Well, of course they're not, but doesn't make it any less beautiful.
She looks over at Kazan. Where's your master at?
Oh, am I with him?
I guess everyone went to the shop, so we're all there.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Karma. What are you doing over there?
Nothing. I'm in my own mind right now.
I'm just thinking. But what lovely trinkets I shall acquire today.
So here's how it works, guys. If you want a magical item, you have to roll a d20 roll. Then, I add a margin to it because I have all the prices, right? So things are expensive, though. Magic items are very rare. And like I said, the demand is high from Aghel.
The price is right.
The price is right. Does anybody want to make a roll? You can make a roll once per week.
I would like to make a room.
The price is incorrect. I wish to not alive this.
You're done already.
Agkel.
You rolled your.
I rolled a
Armor
natural
rolls a
20.
natural 20. What are you looking for? Karma?
An immovable rod.
She like goes into the back and she pulls one out, and she says, "Here, this is what you seek."
Yes, how much?
Let me pull up my handy price calculator.
God, that's such a good tool.
I thought I said panty press calculator.
She says, "Is this your slave?" She looks over at Gazan.
Whatever you
I
want
look
to
at
say.
him.
Whatever you want to say. I don't care.
Yes. Yes.
I figured you might be wealthy but mysterious.
You know, us moguls.
You're joking, right?
She looks at your symbol of Adon. She says, "It's too bad they destroyed the temples."
I know, I was going to inquire about that later.
She kind of gets in and whispers into your ear, "Have you heard they've liberated Shirebrook?
Really?
A lot of slaves are beginning to be runaways."
Do you happen to have a map as well?
I do. This rod would cost you about 6,000 gold. But for a slave owner like yourself, it should be no problem, right?
How much is a platinum worth?
10.
10 gold.
10 gold. Ugh. Okay, well. Can you set that off to the side for me? I'll be back for that later.
I'm afraid I can't. Unless you put down at least half now. Aghel has been buying every scrap he can, and same with the Genie King. There's rumors that wars are happening in Vagrax.
Shame, I don't have it on me right now, so I'll have to pass. How much for that map though?
50 gold.
Anyone else interested in anything?
Benna? Benna's trying to stay awake.
No, sorry. I work really early in the morning, okay?
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine.
So you guys are talking about like I can buy an item or something?
Yeah, so there's
Explain this to
magical
me
items
more.
in the shop. So yeah, there's magical items in the world of D&D. And these magical items cost a lot of money, typically, because they can do supernatural things. Like an immovable rod can be put down and given a command word and it remains still in the air, right? So they have these abilities associated
So I
with
guess
them.
I'm not going to buy anything today because I don't know these other spells that I'm able to buy.
Your
they have-
spells come from within your own magic, right? But you can buy potions and things like that. I'll let you just kind of like a healing potion costs 50 gold, right?
Think of it more as a goal to work towards because you don't have the goal right now.
Okay.
Steve says, "Get involved. You're so quiet."
I have no idea. It's new to me for this portion of the game, and I have no idea what to do.
How much does a bag of holding cost?
I'm gonna nudge Venna.
Thank you. Thank you.
Expensive here.
What?
It's pretty expensive here.
I have no idea what you said still.
It's pretty expensive here.
Oh, okay. So don't buy shit. Okay. Did the thing. I got it. I'm not buying anything. I'm gonna sell it somebody else buy stuff.
How much does a bag of holding cost? Like 500 gold, I think.
A lot more than that. It's like 3,000, 4,000.
Jesus. Yeah,
Could
no.
enchant
All
it.
right.
There are no enchanters in Highpass.
This place has been quite the disappointment, unfortunately. I wish you a well day, madam.
She says, "If you need more coins, sir, apparently the
I
tanner
stopped.
lost his wife recently. Maybe you could go speak to him. He was offering up some coin to find her."
Sure. Why not? We're already contracted killers at this point. Might as well become, what is it, investigators?
Well, some of us are killers. Some of us would never hurt a fly.
I've seen everyone in this room murder someone.
Details. Arendelle details.
Speaking of that, I've lost my urge to kill.
Oh, joy.
I want to find my stuff.
Sensible. Alright. I suggest we go find this noble. What was the noble's name, madam?
It wasn't the name of the noble, it was the tanner.
Tanner? Oh. Oh, it's just... Oh, okay.
His name is Clifton Fireheart.
Clifton Fireheart. I'll do my best to remember that. Alright. You said you wanted to go get that hide you had tanned, correct?
Well, if I can't keep it, it doesn't matter to me.
I've already forgotten his name. Was it Clifton Ironheart?
Yes, yes. And you said it correct as well.
I
Cliff.
genuinely... I forgot.
You forgot one of my 10,000 NPCs that I've named and put in World Anvil? How dare you?
I'm sorry, I can't memorize every single spell magic item as well as every
Do it.
individual
Can
on
you
the-
please? And then all mine also.
Yeah.
Cool. Somewhat. Some fun. A little bit of fun. No
Oh,
fun.
somewhat. Somewhat's a bad name. Or a bad term.
I don't like the prices in this game. They make me upset.
Gazan, your armor is missing.
Indeed. Most of my stuff is. That's concerning. And I don't have any leads. All I know is like it was sold on an auction?
Yeah.